going to talk about stitch expectations. 24 hours after you announce the applicant, you must place a buyer's remorse call to that student. No allowing them to have second thoughts. This is an essential first step. For every student that you enroll until they become an attending student, or, unfortunately, until they became a pre-start drop, there should be no more than 1 week gaps between contact of you and your student. This is called stitch. This is for all applicants, no matter where they are in the financial aid process, or if they are clear for orientation. I want to be very clear about contact. Contact does not count if it is between financial aid and the student. It must be between you and your student. Stitching should include, but not be limited to, reviewing the pipeline report daily, looking at notes in Velocify, and at least one voice-to-voice phone call or text message and or email. Knowing how your student communicates best is really essential to facilitate this. This needs to be done at least weekly. This needs to be documented thoroughly in Velocify. You should not send texts or leave messages like, "Have a nice weekend. If you have any questions, call me." In Velocify, you can use the My Stitch filter to easily track your enrollments and see exactly where they are at in the process. As I was saying, you can use the Velocify filter, My Stitch, to easily track your enrollments and see exactly where they are at the FA processes. You can assist with chasing as needed and continue to keep them excited about their decision to attend IABC. Give your student a reason to text you back. Here are some really great examples. What are they most excited about attending here? Where did they set up to study at home? What kind of school supplies have they gotten? I know you're thinking they're online. What kind of school supplies do they need? But maybe it's just something as simple as having a nice quiet spot with some index cards and a calendar, and maybe even having some pens and paper nearby. Who will be their study buddy? Oftentimes you're enrolling single moms who have children who may or may not be working from virtual schooling. Therefore, maybe they're going to hang out with them while they do their work. Maybe they've thought of someone that they work with that is not happy with their job, and now they've given you a PDL. Maybe that could be their study buddy. You should really ask questions geared from what you previously spoke about from the week before. One of my common things is, are you excited? And if they say yes, I ask, what are you most excited about? And they say, I'm really looking forward to having anatomy and physiology. Well, on my next call with them, I'm going to say, hey, I did something really cool. I looked up the anatomy and physiology class, and I wanted to let you know some really exciting facts about that. This will help stimulate conversation that's true and authentic and allow you to build a relationship with that student. If you are not hearing back from your student regularly, that is a red flag. You should be sending videos, leaving voice messages, sending texts that solicit emotion from them, that cause them to react to you. Always document and Velocify the communication exchanges with the student. If it's an email or through Vonage, you should really copy and paste the contents into Velocify. Every Tuesday, by end of business, you must send me an email with an update of all of your applicants and any concerns or issues you may have. You should have received a calendar invite that you need to accept to help you remind of the simple weekly task. Rachel does a review of all ES Stitch efforts on Wednesdays and Fridays, and she does report any gaps greater than 7 days. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm talking about. So here we have our Stitch report. This is what Rachel fills in and addresses with upper management. So you want to make sure that your students are on here and that you're getting credit for your work. She will literally copy and paste the content of your text messages, emails, or messages back and forth with students. You can see here in the upper left corner we have Pittsburgh students, and as we scroll down we have Erie, and as we scroll down even further we have our online students. You want to make sure that you are doing your best job ever in keeping students engaged. It's a lot of work from a lot of people just to have them ghost or disappear. We don't want that to happen. I also am going to show you in Velocify My Stitch. I've created that filter, My Stitch, and it shows you all of my applicants that I have right now, and I have a total of 10. You can see that here in the upper right corner. This is because we just had a start, so now I'm currently enrolling for October and maybe even November. So with these 10 people, I should be reaching out to them every single week. And just for an example, I have Sierra Meeks here. Sierra Meeks, I'm going to pull up my note, and I can see here, I sent her a text to see how classes are going. I can actually see if she responded to that. It's going. Operating the site was different. I was a little confused, but I'm learning. Do you see how my question stimulated a response? This is exactly what we're looking for to keep your students engaged here so that they finish the program that they've signed up for at IMDC.